MITRE ATT&CK, Adversarial Tactics, Techniques, and Common Knowledge, is a globally accessible knowledge base of adversary tactics and techniques based on real-world observations. It can be incredibly useful for blue teams, which are tasked with defending an organization's information systems, for improving their defensive strategies. Here's a guide to how you can use the MITRE ATT&CK framework for blue teaming. Understand the framework. The first step is to familiarize yourself with the MITRE ATT&CK framework. It's composed of tactics, objectives behind each attack, and techniques, how the attack is performed, and it's organized as a matrix. Each cell in the matrix represents a tactic and its corresponding techniques. Mapping to your environment. Look at the techniques in the framework and map them to your own environment. This means identifying which techniques could potentially be used against your systems and which defensive measures you already have in place to mitigate them. Gap analysis. Once you've mapped the framework to your environment, perform a gap analysis. This involves identifying where you're vulnerable and prioritizing those areas for improvement. This can be done by cross-referencing the techniques with your current security controls and identifying where you lack coverage. Improve detection and prevention. Use your gap analysis to improve your detection and prevention capabilities. This could involve tuning your existing security controls, implementing new ones, or improving your incident response procedures. Use threat intelligence. Use threat intelligence to stay informed about new techniques that attackers are using. This can help you anticipate potential attacks and adjust your defensive strategies accordingly. Emulate attacks. Emulate potential attacks based on the techniques in the MITRE ATT&CK framework. This can help you test your defenses and identify areas for improvement. Continual improvement. Security is not a one-time effort. Continually review and update your mapping, gap analysis, and defenses as new techniques are added to the framework and as your own environment changes. Training and awareness. Use the framework to train your team. Understanding the tactics and techniques that attackers may use can help your team better defend against them. Sharing knowledge. Consider sharing your findings and experiences with the wider community. This can help others improve their defenses and can provide you with valuable feedback. Remember, the attack framework is not a silver bullet for security, but a tool to help blue teams understand the threat landscape, prioritize their defensive efforts, and continuously improve their defenses. Threat modeling and defense planning. Modeling and defense planning is a crucial process that enables organizations to proactively understand and mitigate cyber threats. By following specific steps, organizations can effectively assess potential attack scenarios, identify defense techniques, and develop comprehensive defense strategies. Let's explore the process in detail. Understand the steps an attacker might take during a cyber attack. To effectively defend against cyber threats, it is essential to put oneself in the shoes of an attacker. By understanding the steps an attacker might take, organizations can gain valuable insights into potential vulnerabilities and attack vectors. This includes identifying the initial access points, techniques for privilege escalation, lateral movement within the network, data exfiltration methods, and command and control channels used by adversaries. Identify the techniques they need to defend against. Once organizations have a clear understanding of the attacker's potential steps, they can identify the specific techniques employed by adversaries. This involves mapping those techniques to the MITRE ATT&CK framework or other relevant threat intelligence sources. By leveraging industry knowledge and insights, organizations can pinpoint the tactics and techniques that pose the greatest risk and require immediate attention. Develop a defense strategy that covers all stages of an attack. A robust defense strategy should be comprehensive, addressing all stages of an attack lifecycle. This includes preventive measures to reduce the likelihood of successful attacks, detective controls to identify and alert on suspicious activities, and responsive actions to contain and mitigate the impact of an ongoing attack. Organizations should consider a combination of technical controls, such as network segmentation, access controls, and endpoint protection, as well as non-technical controls, including security awareness training, incident response planning, and regular vulnerability assessments. By aligning their defense strategy with the identified techniques, organizations can prioritize their resources and efforts effectively. It allows them to focus on implementing the necessary security measures and countermeasures that address the specific attack vectors and tactics employed by adversaries. Threat modeling and defense planning is a proactive approach that empowers organizations to anticipate and defend against cyber threats. By understanding attacker behavior, identifying relevant techniques, and developing a comprehensive defense strategy, organizations can significantly enhance their security posture and minimize the potential impact of cyber attacks. The MITRE ATT&CK framework is highly beneficial for conducting effective threat hunting operations. Here's how it can be utilized in the context of threat hunting. Identification of TTP. The ATT&CK framework comprehensively lists adversary tactics and techniques observed in real-world attacks. Threat hunters can leverage this framework to identify relevant tactics, techniques, and procedures, TTPs, that threat actors may employ. By aligning their hunt with the attack matrix, hunters gain a structured approach to systematically explore potential threats and indicators of compromise, IOCs, associated with specific TTPs. Hypothesis generation. Based on the ATT&CK framework, threat hunters can generate hypotheses about potential threats or attacks they may encounter. By examining the known TTPs of threat actors and mapping them to the organization's environment, hunters can create hypotheses about the presence of specific techniques or behaviors. These hypotheses serve as starting points for focused investigations and enable the identification of anomalous or suspicious activity that may have gone undetected. Data source selection. The ATT&CK framework provides guidance on relevant data sources for detecting specific TTPs. Threat hunters can use this information to identify the most appropriate data sources within the organization's environment for hunting particular threats. By understanding which logs, events, or data types likely contain indicators of specific techniques, hunters can effectively prioritize and leverage the right data sources during their investigations. Detection rule development. Threat hunters can translate the knowledge from the ATT&CK framework into actionable detection rules or signatures. By mapping specific TTPs to the organization's security tools, hunters can create detection rules that trigger alerts when those techniques are observed in the environment. These rules can be implemented in security systems, enabling automated detection and alerting for potential threats aligned with the ATT&CK framework. Proactive threat identification. The ATT&CK framework enables threat hunters to take a proactive approach in identifying potential threats. By continuously monitoring the framework and staying updated on new techniques and behaviors, hunters can anticipate emerging threats and proactively search for indicators of these behaviors in the organization's environment. This proactive stance helps detect threats that may bypass traditional security measures or have yet to be associated with specific IOCs. Knowledge sharing and collaboration. The ATT&CK framework serves as a common language for threat hunters, facilitating knowledge sharing and collaboration within the hunting community. Hunters can share insights, techniques, and findings with peers, enabling cross-organizational collaboration and a collective defense approach. The framework ensures consistent terminology and a shared understanding of threat behavior, enhancing collaboration between hunters and enabling the community to stay updated on the latest threat trends. The MITRE ATT&CK framework greatly enhances threat hunting activities. It assists in identifying TTPs, hypothesis generation, data source selection, detection rule development, proactive threat identification, and knowledge sharing. By leveraging the framework, threat hunters can conduct targeted investigations, detect and respond to potential threats proactively, and collaborate effectively to stay ahead of adversaries. Utilizing machine learning and AI-powered security tools. Comprehensive security is essential for organizations as cyber threats are becoming increasingly sophisticated. Machine learning and artificial intelligence, AI, are two technologies that are being used to help strengthen security measures and protect against malicious cyber attacks. Machine learning is a type of AI that enables computer systems to learn from data and identify patterns without being explicitly programmed. It can be used to detect anomalies in system behavior, recognize malicious content, and identify suspicious user activity. This can help organizations detect potential security threats before they become a problem. AI-powered security tools, can also be used to automate key security processes, such as malware analysis and network segmentation. This can help organizations quickly identify and respond to threats, as well as reduce the workload of security personnel. AI-powered security tools can also be used to detect and respond to cyber attacks in real time, allowing organizations to stay one step ahead of attackers. Overall, machine learning and AI-powered security tools can help organizations ensure comprehensive security and protect against malicious cyber threats. By utilizing these technologies, organizations can improve their security posture, reduce the workload of security personnel, and respond to threats more quickly and efficiently.